And off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 21. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Curtis. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And he'll elect not not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Vikings sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Out to his left. The ball comes out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Dawson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the bootleg, Dawson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Back to throw, Dawson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have moved out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Mayfield on play action. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play fake. Mayfield on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching